Hello gamers and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we're going to be deck testing a very interesting and what should be fun deck tonight. We're going to take a look at the Resurrect Priest. I haven't thought of a better name yet than just Resurrect Priest. Maybe like the ultimate undying, always coming back, super annoying Resurrect Priest, something along those lines. But theoretically, on paper, this deck could be good. How it performs, I have no idea. But what better way, let me fix the camera here, than to go against the Shaman. So the opening hand doesn't look that bad. We've got the Blade Master, we've got Barnes, we're going to put back Sylvanas. Seems pretty good so far. So basically the deck goes play decent creatures. The whole deck is filled with pretty solid creatures with solid death rattles, so Barnes is going to bring out good stuff. We play Resurrect. Most of the time Resurrect's going to bring back either a card with a very powerful death rattle or maybe Blade Master. So far we have coin Blade Master, or we could just play, we could actually coin Blade Master Circle of Healing. That just seems like way too much, right? Like we just need to take it easy with all that. So we could hold off on the coin, or we could, well, okay, so theoretically, next turn we go Injured Blade Master, Circle of Healing, or we could just go Injured Blade Master, and, because I kind of want to coin on 5 into the Karen, because we have no turn 5 play, but getting out a card early, for the, yeah, I suppose, but we know we're not going to, yeah, so we're just going to coin Blade Master. We're not going to Circle of Healing just yet, or maybe it's better to Circle of Healing, but what if he hexes it? That's the question. If he hexes it, then it's a wasted Circle of Healing, so we're just going to hold off on it. So right now I'm hoping he uses like a Rock Biter or a Lightning Bolt, and then we can go ahead and throw out the Resurrect because we've already used the coin. And if he does nothing, then that's just a Lamau. We're perfectly fine because we can just heal this bad boy up and start going to town. We might not even have to Resurrect this game, fellas. We've got Onyx Bishop for the second, for basically a 4 Resurrects in the deck, and then Barnes, which will also help with the whole process. Okie dokie. This is, hopefully it's not Control Paladin, right? Or Control Shaman, because that would just be scary. We're going to go ahead and take out the Spell Power Totem, no doubt. What did we get? We got a Bog, so this is actually good. So if he ends up killing the Bog, we'll just be able to Resurrect, and it'll actually bring out the whole 6/8 Bog, which would be insane. So maybe we'll see a Maelstrom here, or a Lightning Bolt. There's the Maelstrom. Mistakes were made, boys. Mistakes were made. We could just go Bishop. We don't even need to Resurrect because the Bishop will just bring back the 6/8. How is this fair? How is this fair whatsoever? This is unfairness to like the highest level of unfair. Holy shit! Oh my god! The Resurrect Priest, boys! I mean, granted, the Shaman did nothing all game, but that felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. Oh boy, we're in for it, boys. We're in for it. Alright, now we just need to do that like 70 more times and we'll hit Legend. Easy. Nah, we could hit Legend, but I'd rather make fun decks for you and focus on the deck guides and the deck testings and the tip videos, because just focusing on Legend is such, it just puts me in a salty mood every day, because we're trying, because it's not even about trying so hard. Like if you just play well, play a tier 1 deck, and you just keep going at it, you'll hit Legend. It's just how much time do you want to spend? That is the question. How much time do you want to spend? So this opening hand is very questionable. Very questionable. So we actually got the double Resurrect basically, but we have no creatures to play, which is again a problem. So we're all gonna have to test this together. Obviously the last game being our first game is not, I don't think that's gonna be an accurate representation of what's gonna happen every single game, but we can always hope, right? We also have the new pre-skin, which is basically what I wanted to play with the most, right? It's just a cool new skin. But no doubt does this hero power need to be changed. Like, look at her picture. It's very like, ooh, how you doing? But yeah, this needs to be like a bluish, purplish, like light, I don't know, just some other color besides fucking orange and gold. Like, there's nothing orange and gold ever. Like, nothing's orange and gold here. And we're just like, she's oranging and golding up. I don't like it. Like, it needs to be purple, it needs to be light blue, it needs to be dark blue, any other color but this. Like, why didn't they change the hero powers with the portraits? Like, you already made the portrait, and I almost did, this is kind of like the downfall to playing the, how you'll say me the Shadow Ward Pain so early. So if we play the Feast, all he has to do is swing his weapon into the Feast, and then this will be a 3/4, and then he can actually kill it off with that. Or we could just wait a turn and just go Priest of the Feast, Power Ward, Shield, and I'll actually might live a little bit longer and not just die to the frothing. So I think we're gonna go with that plan. We also have no field like this. I think is just like a bad hand here. But I think it's fine. I think we still, even with a hand like this, we'll be able to maybe win. Or not maybe win, but maybe do well. Okay, so Shadow Ward Pain, definitely a good card we can rip here. So if we go, so what do we want to Shadow Ward Pain? The Berserker or the Guardian? If we hit the Berserker, it's taking a pretty solid threat off the board first, but we still have the Circle of Healing. So if we draw the Soul Priest, we could just go Soul Priest, and that actually kills this, but won't kill the Guardian. But the Berserker, the Berserker is always going to be a huge threat no matter what, but while the Twilight Guardian is only 3 damage a turn. So I think we can just Pain that and Hero Power ourselves. And the next turn we've got the Priest of the Feast, Power Ward, Shield, and I think we're going to be good. Yeah, I think we're fine. And then we have, if he kills this, or we could just wait for the Bog Creeper and just keep bringing back Bog Creeper until he just dies a horrible, slow, horrible death. Like, we could just go Bog Creeper, guys. We could just wait, Bog Creeper. But we're not gonna wait. We'll just go with the Priest of the Feast. He's just gonna go face, and if he does attack it, he'll decide he wants to use an Execute or something silly like that. But the problem with playing this is that when we Onyx Bishop or Resurrect, it won't bring back 100% the creeps. It'll bring back the possibility of a Priest of the Feast. So that's bad. Oh boy, look at that. The Arcanite Reaper. Haven't seen that card in quite some time. All right, so we can go with the So I guess we go with the Bishop and the Heal Face. We could go with the Resurrect and the Nova. The Resurrect and the Nova doesn't do anything because nothing really dies. So or we could just go with the Creeps. I think the Creeps is a really solid play, but then he just swings his axe into it and then swings this guy. But if we go with the Bishop, he'll swing it into the Bishop. Well, yeah, he'd swing this into the Bishop and then these two into the Priest. I mean, we could be a really big dick and go Bishop and Resurrect. Oh my god. Or we could just go with the Bog and just keep going Resurrect. I think we just go with the Bog. Because the ability to bring a Bog back to life versus just going Onyx Bishop into like Priest of the Feast every time doesn't feel as good. So you can just like switch off between Bog and Priest. And I think I got disconnected here. Hopefully I didn't get disconnected. Because this is actually pretty fun. I'm liking this a lot. Oh no. What's happening, boys? Yeah, I was disconnected. I'm not gonna lie, my uncle's connection, it sucks really bad. Like, I am scared to play. Like, I'm kind of happy we don't have to play at the higher ranks, because if things like this, like, okay, at least our Bog got played. Like, this is good. But I've been disconnected from so many Overwatch games, from so many raids. Like, it is awful. So I'm kind of happy we're not playing at high ranks. Like, losing to lag and being disconnected is far worse than losing to like face or something, like to like an aggro deck or something. So there's the Arcanite and then the 3/3 into the Bog, right? Or maybe an Execute to save a creature, or even a Corruptor. Blackwing Corruptor would be good. All right, so we're lucky he didn't have the Corruptor because he could have actually done some serious damage to us there. We're getting kind of low though, so we have to be careful of Rag. Uh-oh. All right, so we'll go with the I guess we could go with the double. Well, I mean, theoretically, we could go with the Resurrect that puts us at 6 and Holy Nova just to kill the dragon, but I don't think that's worth it. I think we can just go with the Onyx Bishop and just the Resurrect. And then it's going to bring back 2 Bog Creepers because this game's easy as fuck. What is this? This is so much value. Like, and there's the Execute coming down, but dude, oh my god. This is insane. So he runs the Inner Rage one. That's very interesting. Like, little does he know, we just have another Resurrect, and because 2 Bog Creepers dies, the chances of pulling out another Bog Creeper are even higher. But we do have to play around the don't attack. Make my Holy Nova worth $1,000, please. But we do have to be careful of Deathwing. We have nothing to stop the Wing of Death. Oh, it's disconnected again. Fuck my life. We're back in it, boys. We're back in it. Hopefully. Oh my giblets. Today's been long though, no doubt. Like I'm going back to Orlando very soon, so we should be. We'll have the green screen back. We'll have all of that stuff available to us. Because we don't have an answer to Deathwing, but Deathwing's still not coming out for a couple more turns. I think we can just go ahead and play. No, if we play the Bog, then we can actually kill that. So I think we can just go. Well, Bog would be the same thing as a Resurrect. So we'll Resurrect first, see if we get the Feast. No, just another Bog. I think he just might Kansami Da. And we're just gonna heal our face. There's no reason to heal that creature because we have we have lethal next turn. But my god, like this is just broken. This is so broke back. Like I would just cry. I would cry every time. That's the second Kansami Da. Alright, so we'll play one more. And if we win again like this, you guys aren't seeing this video. There's no way I'm releasing this deck to the public. This is just cancer. Like this is streamline horrible. I would never want to go against a deck like this. Ever. Ever. Like, no, not at all. No, I'm not doing that. Nope. I'm not seeing this deck. I'm not playing this deck on ladder. If we win again just like that, if we lose, if we get utterly annihilated, you guys are seeing this shit. But if we do what we just did, it ain't getting done. Alright, so if we draw, do we even keep Resurrect? Because if we get Blade Master, it's value. But the problem is if we keep Resurrect and like we don't draw a creature, that is very bad. So I think we're just gonna look for a creature. The first thing you need is the creature, and then you need the fuck. Wow, we got the double Holy Nova and Tomb. Well, this is looking like the hand we had before, right? And the hand we had before wasn't good, and it turned into something great. So maybe this hand, it's just brewing, right? It's ruminating. It's getting better as time moves forward. And then eventually, it'll be like a nice egg. It'll hatch into a goose, and that goose will lay that golden egg, and that golden egg will be a nice Resurrect. What the fuck am I talking about? Ooh, hand just got a little bit better. You know I'm tired. You know I'm tired when I start talking about shit like that. Nah, but the days are long, guys. Like today, we had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and I got back 7:30 at night. That is one long day, fellas. So we should have kept the Resurrect, not knowing that we would have drawn the injured. But if he could bash it, he could War Axe it. There's a lot of shit he can do to kill this Blade Master, but it really doesn't matter because the Blade Master is bound to just die anyway. Because then we just draw into the Onyx Bishop on 5, and it's just like GG no re. And then the question is, do we even hold the Soul Priest on 4? Because if he's playing Dragon Tempo, then we hold it. If he's playing Control, we can just throw it down. Like there's no point not to. Because yeah. Against Control, the double Holy Nova and all that shit is just so bad. So now the question is, do we Soul Priest? Ooh. I think we're just gonna draw. We're just gonna keep buffing this guy up and heal him up. And I think he's gonna get executed now. He's at a point where he's pretty annoying to deal with any other card but execute. So if he doesn't have execute though, that kind of sucks for him. Unless he has like another armor generating ability, and then he can shield slam it. But he only has 4 mana, so you'd have to have like another shield block shield slam, which isn't bad. But execute would be the cleanest way to get rid of it. Top decks the execute. That's what I'm talking about. That's our normal RNG, boys. But I mean, he was 1/3 of his way into his deck. He had to have something. All right, so I think is now we could just go with the Resurrect, right? I mean, it's just basically really annoying, or we could just go Priest of the Feast, and then just go with the Resurrect next turn, because we have creatures like Sylvanas to Resurrect, and we have no turn 3 play, and Priest of the Feast is just really annoying for him to basically get rid of. But if we like Resurrect and then it gives us Feasts over and over again, that feels pretty bad. But I think the Feast is just by far the best thing right now. Because the Resurrect, we float 3 mana. That just doesn't feel good. If we can just throw down another solid creature, he's going to end up using some shit. We're going to entomb his Sylvanas. Ooh, Justicar. How do we want to deal with that? Do we want to entomb that Sylvanas? I mean, entomb the Justicar? Or do we just want to hold back? I think we can just hold back, right? Like, there's no reason to really go too crazy with that. I really don't feel as if we need the Justicar in our particular deck to win. I'd rather take a much more powerful creature. We could go with the Sylvanas, which is pretty good, but it just dies to a slam and whatnot. But we kind of want to Resurrect Rag and things of that nature that are more powerful. So maybe just playing the Sylvanas here and making this trade is okay. So next turn, if we need, we could go like Resurrect, because then it'll bring back Sylvanas, Injured Blade Master, Priest of the Feast, but Sylvanas and Injured, of course, being the better of the two, but if we can wait till we play other cards. So there's the slam into the attack. That's why we didn't want to play Sylvanas. We wanted to Resurrect, because then he wouldn't be able to kill it as easily, but we can just go with the Resurrect here. Because he's just going to tank up and end. The Control Warrior matchup against Priest is really rough, because the Warrior can just keep basically doing whatever the fuck he wants. Because he can just go above 30 HP while we cannot. Alright, so I guess we can utilize the rest of our hero power to just go face there. It sucks that we didn't get a little bit better card out of this. Like, even if it was a Bog, it would have been good, because the Resurrect's nice, but now this is kind of just a card a Resurrect can bring back that's not so nice. Alright, so now we could just drop the Rag into this. So hopefully the Rag hits the 3-3, and the reason being is the fact that the 3-3 can attack and he can get a free execute off. Or if Rag goes face and he has like a shield slam, then it's better if it goes face, but I think, either way is fine. So if he has an execute, it was better for the Rag to hit the creature, but if he has a shield slam, obviously it's better for Rag to go face, because he has no armor, which means he could have just armored up again and then had 8 armor and then killed it. So there's a shield block armor up to shield slam. Alright. He's drawing a lot too. So now we Resurrect and we get another Rag. Oh boy. Oh, now it kills the creature. But he already used his shield slam, so now what do you have? If you drew the other shield slam, then that kind of sucks for me. But you already drew one execute, one shield slam, so you should maybe have one more, maybe an execute, but if you have the second shield slam. Alright, so the Illusionist into the 6 mana what? The Fool's Bane, the combos, boys. Didn't see that coming. Wow. What a shitty combination of cards, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna say this card is good when I still think that card is bad. So we could just play the Feast, right? The Feast contests both the weapon and the creature. We could go Soul Priest. That just feels bad. Double Holy Nova feels pretty terrible because we're entombing his Elise. So yeah, just playing the Feast and then just healing ourselves, right? Contest both these things. Like, yes, in this one situation, him having both of these cards allowed him to kill our Rag for free, but the chances in a game that you're hoping to have fucking 8 mana and both these cards in your hand is just out of the question. Still, I don't like it. I still don't like it. It was good for that certain situation there, but I think overall in the aspects of things, it's not worth it. Dude, you are drawing like a fiend, bro. I think we're gonna actually entomb the Elise, not the monkey, because the Elise will actually give us another card in our deck. We're gonna just Shadow Ward Death this 5/5. And we're gonna keep the entombs. So we're just gonna get rid of that. We're gonna play this, and we're gonna kill that. We also could have Soul Priest, Circle of Healing, Hero Power, but I really want to just save the healing because it would damage this to 1 HP, and then he could just play his second Ravaging Ghoul, which would then kill this, but he's actually, again, going to have to either waste another weapon like a Gore Howl, or he's going to have to go ahead and use another Shield Slam. Or he can take 5 per turn. It's up to him. So it looks like 5 per turn for now. We still have 2 Onyx Bishops in the deck, which are going to get a decent amount of value, especially if they bring back more Rags. But the chances of Rag now are pretty slim. Like, before it was like, what, 1 in 5, so it was like 20%, and we just randomly called it. We happen to got it right, but if we're not going to play it around now. So there's the Ravaging Ghoul, the Revenge, the War Axe, the Swing Bing Boodle. So it's 13 to his 10. I'm doing all right. We still got the good nice Soul Entomb. Looks like, ooh, we could go double Holy Nova, but I think just Shadow Ward painting this is pretty cool. Oh, another disconnect on the field, bro. All right, so we need a hashtag Uncle Rob get his fucking connection together. We need a little something like that going on in the chat, because this is fucking absurd. This is fucking absurd. And it's funny because we both our names are Rob, so like we have to figure out what we're gonna do regarding business emails and stuff. Because people are like, oh yeah, I talked to Rob, and it's just like, well, which one? Well, Rob L. Well, both our names are Rob L because we both have the same last name. So it's like, normally you could be like, oh, that's Mike P, oh, that's Mike M, that's Mike L, or that's Rob L, or Rob P, or Rob G. But no, we're just both Rob L. So we're just fucked. All right, so we didn't even get this off. So we're just going to go ahead and kill that, heal ourselves back up. And this guy's still sitting pretty at above 30 HP. Feels good, man. But we just need you to play Elise. That's all we want. And then we just take it. Ironforge portal into something like a 3/3. Sure. Whatever the fuck that is. Alright, so if we play the Karen, it dies. If we don't play the Karen and we can just continually heal for 2, we'll stay at 30. What would be the point of playing the Karen? What if he plays Sylvanas? Then we entomb it. Fuck it. We play that shit. If you have the mana and you like my friend used to say when he first started playing Hearthstone, if you have the mana and there's a card that has that mana cost that you can play it, play the card. If you've got the mana, play the card. He seriously went through an entire Hearthstone career that lasted all of 4 days with, if you have the mana and you've got the card, play the card. And it was, dude, he would fireball. He would just do the stupidest stuff, and I'd just crack up. And half the games he'd win, you know, because he's at like rank whatever. So we knew that the Bloodhoof would die. That horrible, horrible death. But now it took out his creature, took out the remainder of his weapon, kind of chinked his armor a little bit there. Not a whole lot, but it did what it could with what it's got going on. All right, so we could injured Blade Master and then heal it back up. And I'm going to make the assumption that he's definitely going to brawl this. But at least we used a card for him to go 1 for 1, because that's basically what we want him to do, is just keep using cards, because the second we hit fatigue, he's just going to run out of shit eventually. Oh, the Gorehowl. Well, this is an issue, because we can't deal with that Gorehowl. Fudge monkeys. So he plays Fool's Bane and Gorehowl. Dude, this guy. No offense, dude, but fuck you. Alright, so we could play the Bog, or we could just go ahead and attack. Alright, so if we play the Bog, he's gonna brawl. So let's just attack and hold on to the Bog until he kills this Karen, or the Bane, and then we'll play the Bog. Because then his weapon won't be able to get through it on its own. He's got a lot of value out of that Ironforge. Normally we get fucking 3/3s and shit, and this guy's whipping out the whole shit shang kaboom with the 3/5s and the 2/4s. All right, so we're gonna go with the Bog, and we're not gonna draw with that. Well, actually we could to put it out of range, but fatigue's gonna hurt us, right? But currently it dies. But if we go like this, it doesn't have to die. So, as much as I don't want to draw, it makes it so he has to use yet another card, which is better for us, right? So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I swear, if he brawls this and he wins, I'm going to cry every Tim. All right, so there's the Shield Slam. Okay. Okay. So not much we can do here. There's honestly not much we can do with this particular hand. So we're just going to wait patiently. I wish I wouldn't have used that draw card. To be honest, we should have just held it. Drawing that extra card was bad. So if we lose by 1 fatigue, we know where it went. We know where it went. Where the fuck are our Onyx Bishops? Where the fuck is that Onyx Bishop at? Holy Nova brings this guy to 3, and then the Soul Priest Hero Power brings it to 1. That's not enough. We cannot, excavated. How many cards do we have? We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can buy one more turn to be exact. So that's 3, 4. Yeah, I just want to make sure. I've made that mistake before because I didn't want to count because I feel stupid for counting, but I don't care. We want to win this. We want him to play something we can entomb, right? But he's being very stubborn. Yes, you are, little warrior. You're being a little stubborn, boy. Being a little stubborn there, buddy. But it's alright. we still have another Resurrect in our decks, 2 Onyx Bishops, and some other good stuff. So, and you're going to eventually have to play something. You can't go your entire life not doing anything. There's the Bash into the Execute. Like, if we can rip a Rag or another Bog or like a Karen or anything of like decent value from this Resurrect or Bog or from the oh boy. All right, here goes nothing. Hey, sucks to suck, right? And this can currently kill that. So we can actually entomb that, but that is not a value that we want. We need to hold on. And with this Bog dying, it just means there's a higher chance that Onyx will pull out another Bog as well. And same with Rag. Bash into the weapon attack. Okay. This 3 damage isn't too bad. Because again, he's not getting anywhere near lethal. Onyx Bishop. Alright. Now give me another good card.
I have no time for games.
That's pretty good. And we are 3 ahead. He will have to do something eventually because we still have another Onyx, and I don't know what the fucking rest of our deck is, but it's something good. This Gorehowl, though, has put in so much value. Like, this has killed 4 creatures. So if he didn't have this, there would be not a whole lot this guy would be able to do. He's going for the Hellscream combo wombo right now. You play Elise, bruh, it's mine. You play fucking, oh shit. All right, so we want our Sylvanas to win. All right, well. That's bad. Like, that was the worst outcome. Because if this would have lived, then his weapon couldn't kill it. If Sylvanas lived, his weapon couldn't kill it. If this lives, his weapon can kill it. But he's choosing to do nothing. So we have to play a card. So I think we're just gonna Holy Nova. Because if we play the Soul Priest, it kind of baits out, it gives them another good brawl. So we actually can just go ahead and do that. You have to play something eventually. Because when this comes down, you're donezo. You have to play something. He shouldn't play anything, but he wants to play something. He seems, oh man, that was so bad. The brawl was so bad. Like, it was a 66% chance that this weapon wouldn't be able to kill it. Like, that was really bad. Gosh. Now we're forced to play the Soul Priest. So what do? Do we heal ourselves with the Soul Priest, or do we damage him? And I think we're gonna go ahead and damage him here. Or we could just do the other Holy Nova. But then he attacks the Soul Priest for 3, takes it down to 2, and then he can kill it again. But then it'll deal quite a bit of damage, kind of chink that armor a little bit. So I think it's fine. We just need to knock out this armor. Yeah, we would be at 2 cards right now. That'd be so good. So Bran into what? Elise? Illusionist? Into Oracle? Why? Oh, he doesn't take damage. But we do. Wow, okay. That's pretty good. Wow, that's insane. All right. I'm not gonna lie, that's one fucking dumb deck he's playing. Like, if this is his win condition, man, that is one of the stupidest fucking decks I think I've ever come into contact with. Like, if that's how you want to win, man, go for it. And we just got it. That win he just pulled off made my Hearthstone disconnect. But yeah, that is definitely a solid win condition that a lot of people don't expect. The Vital Illusionist, Bran into double draw for 8 cards, basically. Yeah, I mean, that is a very good win condition. But is that fun? Not really. Like, to want to win, like, you only win the control matchup, right? Like, what else would you, it's not like you're gonna win with, I don't know, that's just very silly. But anyway, the deck testing was awesome. I think the deck has a very good potential, and I think we played that very well. now we know what kind of cancer's out for Warrior now. If we see Violet Illusionist, we can now kind of ping in the Cold Lights are definitely in that deck. I wonder what streamer played that for him to be like, yo, this deck is the boss right now. But anyway, definitely looking forward to doing some more deck testing with this Priest and going against, you know, some Shaman, Hunter, Zoo. I want to test it out how it does against some of the actual decks that we see on ladder instead of whatever the fuck we just played against. But either way, always enjoy having you guys here, and hopefully you've enjoyed. And if you have any recommendations to what you think should go in the deck, or you know what we're missing, or how it should pan out, or any future deck ideas at all, I'm open ears for it, as that's kind of what we're going to be focusing on. And I have a ton of stuff in mind. It's just getting the time to be able to sit down and record it and put all the pieces together and kind of think about, you know, everything as a whole. But anyway, sorry for kind of dragging this whole thing on here. I know it's a little bit of a rant, but as always, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Of course, I'm Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.